are places in this world that have been lost to time, places where history, pain, and something far worse linger in the shadows. Tonight, we take you deep into the Appalachian Mountains, where an entire town vanished without a trace. They called it Black Hollow, and those who go searching for it never return. Mark Reynolds was a documentary filmmaker. He had heard the stories how in 1953, every resident of Black Hollow disappeared overnight. No bodies, no signs of struggle, just abandoned houses with meals still on tables and radios still playing static. He and his crew, Lisa, Brandon, and Derek, were determined to uncover the truth. Armed with cameras and supplies, they ventured into the mountains, guided only by an old, crumbling map. The deeper they went, the quieter the world became. No wind, no birds, just the sound of their own footsteps crunching against dead leaves. And then, they found it. Black Hollow. The town was frozen in time. Dust-covered cars sat rusting on the streets. A church stood with its doors hanging open, revealing pews lined with empty clothing as if people had simply evaporated. Mark's camera rolled as Lisa whispered, "This place, it's like they were taken mid-step." Brandon exhaled. "This is unreal." Then, the church bell rang. Once, twice, 3 times, but there was no wind. Derek turned to Mark. "You heard that, right?" Mark nodded, his grip tightening on his camera. "Someone's here." Bell rang again, and then a whisper slithered through the air. "You shouldn't be here." Lisa spun around. "Who said that?" Town seemed to breathe around them. Shadows shifted. Shapes moved behind broken windows. Mark pointed toward the old hotel at the center of town. "We need to get inside. Now." They ran. The hotel door creaked open before they even touched it. Inside, the air was heavy, thick with the scent of decay. Dust swirled in the dim light. The lobby was untouched. Keys still hanging on hooks behind the counter. And then, footsteps above them. Slow, deliberate, not human. Lisa gripped Brandon's arm. "Something's upstairs." Mark swallowed hard. "We need to capture this." Against all better judgment, they climbed the stairs. At the end of the hall, room 306 had its door ajar. Candlelight flickered inside. Mark pushed the door open. A dining table was set for 4. Plates of food sat steaming, untouched. And then, the chairs moved. Lisa screamed as an unseen force pulled her toward the table. The door slammed shut behind them. The whispers grew louder, overlapping voices in agony. "Stay, stay, stay." Brandon grabbed Lisa and yanked her free. "We need to go." Candles blew out. Room plunged into darkness, and then a face, inches from Mark's. Hollow sockets where eyes should have been. A mouth that stretched too wide. "You don't get to leave." The walls cracked. Floor crumbled beneath their feet. They were falling. Darkness. Silence. Mark woke up gasping. Cold. Alone. Town was gone. No buildings, no streets, just endless forest. His camera lay beside him, its screen cracked but still recording. Static, and then, a whisper. "Now you're part of Black Hollow." Days later, Mark's camera was found at the base of the mountain, his footage intact. His body was never recovered. This day, no one knows where Black Hollow went, or if it's still out there, waiting for its next visitors. But if you ever hear a church bell in the middle of the forest, run. And whatever you do, don't go looking for Black Hollow. The haunting of Widow's Creek deep in the heart of the Mississippi wilderness lies a place known only by whispers, a stretch of water that locals avoid. Widow's Creek. The legend says that decades ago, a woman drowned herself in its dark waters after her husband was murdered. They say her wails still echo through the fog at night, and those who hear them never escape. Jake Sanders and his friends Ava, Cole, and Rachel weren't afraid of ghost stories. They were thrill seekers, always looking for the next scare. So when they heard about Widow's Creek, they packed their tents and set off, eager to prove the legend wrong. Forest was eerily silent when they arrived. The creek was shrouded in mist, its black waters still as glass. Jake turned on his camera. "All right, guys, the story goes that the widow drowned here, and if you call her name 3 times, she'll rise from the water." Cole smirked. "Only one way to find out." Ava hesitated. "Maybe we shouldn't." Rachel rolled her eyes. "Come on, it's just a stupid story." Jake stepped closer to the water. "Widow, widow, widow." Silence, then a ripple in the water. A long, ragged breath echoed through the trees. The temperature dropped. Ava shivered. "Guys, I don't like this." The water churned violently. A figure began to rise, a woman in tattered black, her face hidden beneath a veil. Her hands dripped with dark water. A strangled whisper left her lips. "Who called me?" Rachel screamed. The woman's veil lifted, revealing hollow, rotting sockets where her eyes should be. A skeletal grin spread across her face. "You should not have come." The fog thickened, shapes moved in the trees, shadows stretched toward them. The widow let out a bone-chilling wail. The air seemed to collapse inward. Jake turned to run, but the ground beneath him wasn't solid anymore. It was water. He was sinking. Cold hands dragged him under. Darkness swallowed him whole. The next morning, their tents were found untouched. Their car still parked at the trailhead. But of Jake, Ava, Cole, and Rachel, there was no sign. Just the faint echo of a woman's cry, drifting through the mist of Widow's Creek. And the water never stopped rippling.